You're watching Your View.
Thank you for joining us. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends. What is happening on a Thursday? Welcome inside the 7 Mile Casino studios here of Kaplan and Crew with my man, Grande Alejandro Padilla, hermano numero uno. Que paso?
Everybody in Southern California, welcome to Oxnard weather. This has been beautiful. Gray, muggy, cold, little drizzle here and there. That's what I grew up with. This is home. I love it.
Not me, man. Give me 69 degrees and bright blue sunny skies. The cold, the little drizzle, the up and down of the temperatures, not for me, man. Make it consistent, make it easy.
The only thing that we're missing right now is a little fog, and I'm just like, man, I'm back in the 93030.
There you go. Hey, say hello to this guy, bringing the street cred from the 7 Mile Casino podcast shed. Big Brown, what's going on?
What's popping, y'all? Apparently LeBron's going to the Knicks now.
Oh. Let me start off with LeBron. I'm glad you said that. Let me start off with LeBron, and I'll work my way to LeBron. So here it goes. So 2 days ago, Mark Davis and the Raiders put out a tweet that was immediately met with like total hate. Just backtracking, here goes. So the George Floyd trial comes to an end. I said the George Floyd trial. I should call it the Derek Chauvin trial, right? He's the guy that actually was on trial for killing George Floyd. So guilty was the verdict. Some parts of America celebrated. Other parts of America exhaled like, oh, thank God, justice is served, man. Peace on the streets, brother. You know what I'm saying? And so justice did prevail in this case. Good. Mark Davis, like everybody else around pro sports other than the Chargers, everybody else was sending out statements. It didn't matter if you were the Lakers, the Dodgers, the Padres, LAFC. Didn't matter what sports franchise you were. You pretty much put out some statement to support justice being served. Mark Davis and the Raiders put out a tweet. And Alex, I'm sure you can put it up on the screen, but here's the thing. When it came out, it came from the Raiders. It didn't come from Mark Davis. So as this tweet, I can breathe, as this tweet was getting just thousands and thousands of comments from people saying, how dare they? I can't believe they would do a play on words of I can't breathe. That's so tasteless. Where's the NFL to step in? Like the immediate cancel culture reaction of people is how dare they? That's racist. That's tasteless. Let's cancel this guy. I assumed somebody inside the Raider organization gets fired for this. But instead, Mark Davis took total credit for it, the owner of the team. And I'll paraphrase what he said, which was, look, I'm driving down the road. I'm listening to the press conferences after the trial. I hear the brother of George Floyd say, I can breathe. And I think that's a strong statement right there. So I said, put it out. I can breathe. And instead of Mark Davis firing some lower level, lower paid social media person in their office, he's like, no, I'm not firing anybody. I'm not taking it down, and I'm not apologizing for it. That's what I heard him say. That's what I'm standing by. And I'll tell you something. My immediate reaction was like, oh, this is bad news, man. You don't want any part of this. But I thought Mark Davis saying I'm not apologizing. The brother's the one who said it, and I stand by it. And I'm the one who put it out, even though I don't know how to tweet. I told my people how to tweet to go ahead and do that. I like that Mark Davis did that. No apologies, man. That's cool. Don't let the cancel culture get to you. But here's the best part. Here's the follow-up. George Floyd's brother. Have you guys seen this? Have you guys seen what George Floyd's brother said about Mark Davis and his tweet?
Polonius.
Alex, if you could put this up on the screen, read it for everybody if you don't mind.
I'll read the whole thing.
Yeah.
On behalf of our family, I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to the Las Vegas Raiders organization and its leadership for their support of our family and for our nation's ongoing pursuit of justice and equality for all. Now, more than ever, we must come together as one and continue on in this fight. For the first time in almost a year, our family has taken a breath. And I know that goes for so many across the nation and globe as well. Let's take this breath together in honor of my big brother who couldn't. Let's do it for George.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautifully stated. And so here's again backtracking. Raiders put out the tweet. Immediate reaction is it's racist, it's insensitive, it's tasteless. How dare you? Can't believe they haven't taken it down. Can't believe the NFL hasn't slapped their hand. And then LeBron tweeted. And LeBron tweeted, like, what the F? And then people went, oh, well, now that LeBron's in, now they're definitely going to take it down because when the king speaks, I mean, people listen. And Mark Davis was like, I don't care who says what. I heard the brother say this. I thought it was a good thing to say. We can breathe. I'm standing by it. And that's it. I'm not taking it down. No apologies. Well, I didn't realize this, and maybe you guys know more than I do about it. But after the Floyd verdict was read, the Chauvin verdict was read, there was a shooting in well, by the way, I'll just real quick, let me back up because Alex put this up on the screen. LeBron James's tweet. This is real. He's quote retweeting the Raiders tweet. This is real? Nah, man. This ain't it at all. The F. So again, once people saw LeBron beat up on the Raiders tweet, they were like, oh, they'll pull it down now. Because once LeBron says it, now they're really in trouble. Well, they didn't. But interestingly, LeBron tweeted about the young girl, 16-year-old girl, who was shot and killed was it in Ohio? Somewhere in Ohio, right? Do you guys know the story here?
Columbus.
Yes.
Yeah, Columbus, Ohio. There's a 16-year-old girl who got shot and killed by a white police officer like not long after the verdict was read. And I've heard conflicting reports. And if I'm being completely honest, I haven't done enough research to know what is being reported is what happened. But LeBron put out a tweet with the white police officer who shot this young lady. And I don't know if you guys have any more information about what happened.
Ma'Khia. Her name is Ma'Khia.
Yeah.
Ma'Khia Bryant.
LeBron, what's her name? I'm sorry.
Ma'Khia Bryant.
Ma'Khia Bryant. That was her name. Yes. And she was a 16-year-old girl who was shot and killed. And I don't know much of the details. Do you guys know much of the details of this?
Yes.
Of what happened? Okay. Tell me what happened, Browner.
She called the police because she was being threatened by these girls who had come to her home.
Mhm.
By the time the police had gotten there, she had begun to attack one of the girls and then went to attack the other girl with a knife.
Mhm.
And then
She had a knife.
Yes, she did have a knife in her hand. The officer, upon arriving on the scene, immediately got out of his car, started to address the situation, and within 11 seconds had shot this girl 4 times, dead in the driveway.
Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. On all cause. Listen, when I say unbelievable, I mean 11 seconds, 4 shots, girl with a knife, attacking other people, cops. I mean, it's just the whole thing's a mess, right? But LeBron puts out a tweet right away and put it back up on the screen, Alex. It says, and he puts a picture of this cop and he says, "You're next." And I don't know if it's a hashtag, the word accountability. So you're next. Like, hey, white guy cop who shot a knife wielding person who happened to be African American and female, you're next. And people like lost it. People like went crazy on this "you're next" tweet, which, by the way, Mark Davis didn't take down his tweet about I can breathe. He didn't take it down, but LeBron apparently did take down this tweet, the "you're next" tweet. And then he posted about why he took it down. He started off with, Alex, maybe you'll have to read this because I don't know that I'm going to be able to see it all.
I'll read the second one. He says, I'm so damn tired of seeing black people killed by police. I took the tweet down because it's being used to create more hate. This isn't about one officer. It's about the entire system, and they always use our words to create more racism. I'm so desperate for more accountability.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I don't know why he took down the tweet. I mean, he said what he said, and he meant what he said. You know, hey, white guy cop, you shot and killed an African American person. So therefore, you're next. We're coming for you next. But I don't know. It sounds like the details are a little different in this case. I don't know. What do you say, Bronner? Tell me what you think.
I think this is a very complicated situation. Yes, you had a knife, but they train you to deal with these situations in the police academy. There were 4 officers on that scene. Only one officer got out of his car, guns blazing, basically.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of interesting questions that need to be answered about why he was so quick to shoot this woman, this young lady, I'm sorry, this girl when there were other officers also there who did not get out of the car and immediately unholster their weapon. There were also, but my bigger problem is this. There are two adults standing there before the cops even showed up, doing nothing, instigating the situation, basically. There was a grown man, and this is the problem with the black community, okay? Black men need to do more in their community other than stand around with their hands in their pockets when children start fighting. I know we want our kids to handle their disagreements amongst each other, but when there's a knife involved, it's time for the adults to become the cooler heads to prevail, or the cops will show up and start shooting people because they don't know. This guy should be held accountable for what he did. It should be investigated 100%. But as a black man standing there doing nothing, attempting to kick one of the girls during the fight, what a coward.
Is this on video where I can watch this stuff?
Yes. Okay. Yes. And then for him to stand there and cry like a child after this officer shot this person, you should have done something before he showed up. You should have done something before it got that far instead of being a coward kicking a young girl in a fight, bro. Like, where are we? Where are we as black people? We can't keep pointing a finger at other people if we're not accountable ourselves first. What happened to George Floyd was disgusting, and that man got what he deserved, and the other three will do the same in a courtroom. This young lady, if she would have went ahead and stabbed this girl, she should have had her day in court, not died in the driveway. But all those things will get figured out. The man who said, "You shot my baby," you coward, you didn't do anything when it was time for you to do something. Then the police stepped in, and then they got out of control. So there's so many sides of culpability on this that this is a very difficult thing to try to hash out. And so LeBron did the right thing in taking it down because there's too many angles on this story for him to have put that information out so quickly. But that's what made me mad about the video.
Going back to LeBron though, just a word of advice for any celebrity watching this: once you tweet it, damage done. Don't worry about taking
Leave it out there.
If it's up for a second, it's out. It's done. So don't worry about taking it down. Damage already. Same thing with the Raiders. So what if they delete it? It's already done. It's already out there.
People have it on a
Deleting
screenshot.
Deleting it does nothing for you. But when it goes back to LeBron, he's such a polarizing figure in politics for some reason. And I know he puts himself out there for a lot of political things. He's endorsed certain presidents. He's campaigned for presidents. He's also tweeting about political stuff all the time. So I get why he is. But for 4 years the left had Trump, and everything he tweeted, they attacked. And for whatever reason, LeBron is that for the right. Anything LeBron tweets when it's used with politics, it gets scrutinized. It gets broken down word for word. And if LeBron is going to keep inserting himself into the conversation, then he has to be willing to accept that you may not be on the right side every time.
Oh,
so
really?
Deleting a tweet,
because you realize that LeBron and everybody who follows / believes like LeBron believes, it's like, if you don't believe what I'm saying, or if you're not on my side, I will do what I can to try and cancel you.
right?
And
And
I
that's exactly
will try and use my influence to try and cancel you. And I know how powerful LeBron is. I do. I acknowledge it. I looked at, there were other athletes nowhere near as powerful as LeBron is today. But there was a time where people were so petrified to say anything about Tiger Woods in media because Tiger might cancel you. Like, he may literally not talk to you ever again. He may not give you the time of day. You had no choice but to kind of suck up if you were covering that world. Same things goes with a powerful guy. Like, I know this will sound ridiculous, but I promise you this is true. But Lance Armstrong was the same way. Like, Lance Armstrong was an American hero. No one wanted to deal with the fact that he was a bad guy to a lot of people, and was a cheater, by the way. So what I'm saying is that nobody wants to cross LeBron. Everybody wants to just suck up and just whatever he says goes. Listen, I don't know all the details of what happened. Okay. It's a terrible story. And, I am, as a father of daughters, 18, 17, and 14, can you imagine your 16-year-old daughter being shot by police? Horrible, horrendous story. But I don't know the details. I just am reading right now. She's holding a knife. I don't know what happened. Okay. But
to the other side of that, Kyle Rittenhouse murdered 2 people with an AR-15 and jogged up the street to police. So
hold on. Like, why are we getting like I'm not trying to stop John about what to say, but we're going down a path where we're going to start talking about specific situations, and we're not talking about the story, which
No,
is
I am.
LeBron
I am.
James.
I am.
Right.
I am. I am. I am.
Right.
I am. The excessive force is the issue. And so for the excessive force to be used so heavily in one part of the country and against one particular type of person and not the other is part of the reason why the second version of that tweet was that you read was more important for LeBron to get that out. I felt like when he put that "you're next," that was dumb and that was anger just coming off of George Floyd and then seeing that the day, literally less than an hour after the verdict had been read. So I feel like he knew that was a mistake and he accepted that and took that down. I don't think he took that down because of the backlash of it. I think he took that down because that was a general mistake that he had made.
I don't know, man. I mean, to me, I think I'm with Alex on this. If you're a big celebrity like LeBron and you've got that kind of following, you've said what you've said, and you can take it down, and then you can say, "Hey, the reason I took it down is because they're using it against us." No, I mean, I just listen again. I don't know anything about the story. It's a terrible story. If there's a human being that died, especially a 16-year-old girl that died, however, it's just that's sad and that's tragic. Okay, but man, these Twitter wars, Alex, you say it all the time. Not the whole world is on Twitter, so not everybody really
Mark Davis
under.
ain't on Twitter.
Yeah, I actually am thinking, man. I think I got to get off Twitter. I really do.
Oh,
I,
no, you don't.
no, I think I do.
No, you belong on Twitter.
No, I don't know, man. I actually know people that have told me that they've gotten off Twitter for 2 weeks or a month or whatever, and they're like, I can't even begin to tell you how much happier my life is.
I will say this about Twitter. It is what you make it. It is what you make it. Your feed is what you choose to see. Now, I know sometimes people retweet things, but if people are retweeting things that are showing up on your feed, other than ads, because I get a lot of ads and I don't follow any of those people. But when people retweet things, you see those, then you just got to dismiss those people or block those people.
Let me just tell Scott this though. I guarantee you, if you say right now I'm logging off Twitter, I'm done, I'm deleting it off my phone, you'll be back in 2 weeks.
I would give them a week if.
I don't know if you guys, I don't follow her, but I know another celebrity like Chrissy Teigen out there tweeting about everything, always getting so much hate on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
She retired from Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
She lasted 6 days. And she's like, I couldn't live without Twitter because regardless of how much hate I get on here, there's still so much positivity and blah, blah, blah. You can't quit Twitter once you're
It's
in.
a marketing tool for too many people to quit it.
If you think your diet is hard after 3 days,
Put that Twitter down, bruh.
delete Twitter off your phone.
Watch how your thumb start shaking.
Block twitter.com on your MacBook.
See how you be shaking.
Yeah, see how you react. Mr. 500 tweets a day.
Yeah. See how you hold up. You're gonna be in the corner shaking somewhere.
What if
But
just
if you
move
do
everything
it,
to
hold on.
Instagram?
Please do me a favor, Scott. Please do me a favor. If you do decide to quit Twitter, don't make a big deal about it. Don't announce your retirement on the show. Just evaporate. Just get the Avengers Infinity War. Just get that snap of the finger. All of a sudden, you're just gone like dust.
He can't do it, man.
Dude,
He can't do it.
Because there is nothing more annoying than a celebrity announcing I'm leaving Twitter. You'll be back.
I'm back.
You'll be back.
The Kardashians leave Twitter like once a month.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
here's the bet for you. Padres go 3-1. You delete Twitter for a week. How about that?
That's better than the shirt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. How about that? Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's losing.
How many times would Scott come on this show and be like, "Hey, what's happening on Twitter?
Oh man.
Any good response?"
Oh man. He just give his phone to his kids like, you need to update me every hour what's happening.
I don't know, man. This week alone, you've had the Mark Davis tweet that got all this, controversial conversation. You have the LeBron tweet, then the take it down, then the explanation. You've got things like catfishing fans that turned into a whole big national story, which I didn't understand
I still don't know what happened with that.
from the very beginning. I didn't get. So listen, I'm
Shout
telling
out
you right
Vivian.
now. I'll tell you right now. I think I'd be a lot happier if I just wasn't on Twitter. The problem is what you guys just said, which is it's become an addictive thing. It's like crack cocaine, and for some reason you can't stop, whether it's people saying nice things to you, mean things to you, following along stories of what's going on, like we're talking about
Dude,
Mark Davis and
I've said
LeBron?
this. I don't know how to explain this to people more than this. When someone says they're mad at you on Twitter and they try and quote cancel you on Twitter, like LeBron tweeting like "F that ain't it." Do you think LeBron like kept going on Twitter and kept reading on Twitter? No, LeBron put his phone down, got in his Ferrari, and went to go start shooting shots. You know what I'm saying? Like some Joe Schmo at Joe 35719 tweets, "Scott, you suck. Be better." You think the rest of his days is thinking about, man, Scott really sucks and he needs to be better. Like, no, he tweets it and he moves on. He's on Pornhub in 2 seconds. Like, it's not the way that it's not reality. That doesn't consume people's life. You know who it consumes? The people stuck on it reading all the replies. So stop reading all the replies.
There you go. Good advice. Very good advice. That's good advice for Mark Davis. It's good advice for LeBron James.
Mark is perfect because Mark told someone to tweet that, never saw it, never saw the backlash, and went on with his day at PF Chang's.
Right. He just sat there making calls on his flip phone. That's right.
Yep.
Hey, coming up, big UFC fight this weekend, and the kind of UFC fight that I actually want to talk about in advance of the fight. Let's get there next.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
Catch Kaplan and Crew Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. If you've listened to Scott Kaplan the last 20 years, you know one thing. He likes to stir up some A new generation of radio. The all-new and mightier 1090. Hit it out of the park all month long at BMW San Diego. A new 2021 BMW 430 iQOO waiting for you today. When you lease for only $479 per month plus tax. BMW San Diego, Kearney Mesa Road in the 163 and BMWSanDiego.com.
I've been a part of this community for a long time, and giving back is what we do. That's why I'm so excited to tell you about the San Diego Giving Back Raffle, a benefit for Ronald McDonald House Charities of San Diego. Grand prize is this $4 million luxury home, or you could win a car, vacation, or cash. Everyone is guaranteed to win a prize. And you'll feel good knowing your raffle purchase goes to help families like the Lechugas. Get your tickets now for the San Diego Giving Back Raffle.
Don't worry, Gracie. The curtain only goes up when everyone has a part to play. Whoa, okay, I gotcha. Uh-oh, whoa, watch out for those audio cables.
I'm gonna be sick.
To the left! I am not going out there without Gracie.
Neither am I. A little help?
No pressure.
Hit it out of the park all month long at BMW San Diego. A new 2021 BMW 430 iQOO waiting for you today. When you lease for only $479 per month plus tax. BMW San Diego, Kearney Mesa Road in the 163 and BMWSanDiego.com.
Time now for Kaplan and Crew Tonight's Community Connect.
Step up.
You know, we're breaking that stereotype of what a homeless person is, this subculture society. We're just brothers, sisters, mom, dad, grandmas, and grandpas, being part of the solution instead of part of the problem.
So, ladies and gentlemen, left-hand side.
We make sure that there's no drug dealing, drug use, encampments around their facilities, or anywhere in our neighborhood. We self-police, and that's all a testament to the folks here that used to be out there.
Watch out for sharp objects, ladies and gentlemen.
Ed's, once again, he's a perfect example of the caliber of the men and women that have been outside on the streets.
Here in San Diego for over 50 years, have worked all my life since 1975. But suddenly I had a stroke and I lost all muscle control. One of the things you never think will happen to you, but it can.
The onus of responsibility need to go to our folks like Ed, people you've seen here that have tremendous skill, and give them the opportunity to shine. It's that peer-to-peer support, talking to the folks out there and bringing folks in here to start the process.
Let's go.
We are in the hope business. What we do every day and what we've done for 40 years is to provide kids and families going through critical illnesses hope that tomorrow's going to be a better day. my favorite wish is the next one, because that is the power of our organization, is to bring hope to kids who are going through something right now, and hope can't wait. So people can get involved now by donating resources. They can donate in kind. They can donate their time as volunteers. They can donate dollars, because kids are still getting diagnosed with illnesses that qualify for Make-A-Wish every day. So people can visit us online at sandiego.wish.org. They can visit us and follow us on social media. There are so many ways to get connected, and people can help in many, many different ways. We need your support now more than ever, because illness doesn't take a vacation and it doesn't take a break because of COVID-19.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight's Community Connect is fueled by the Mightier 1090.
Rich Eisen here, inviting you to catch my show, The Rich Eisen Show, on our flagship radio station, the Mightier 1090. We're on every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to noon Pacific time. You'll like what you hear. If not, that's just, I guess, too bad.
A new generation of radio, the all-new and Mightier 1090.
We have a term for typical cheese-filled, grease-covered, regret-inducing takeout. That's why dinner from El Pollo Loco is always fire-grilled, freshly prepared, feel-good food. The $20 Familia Dinner from El Pollo Loco.
Are you living in an underserved community and facing adversity? Do you have a desire to start or grow your own business? San Diego State University's Lavin Entrepreneurship Center, the Center for Leadership and Entrepreneurial Studies, and community partners invite you to participate in our Community Bootcamp. The bootcamp provides intense, hands-on exposure to the fundamentals of launching and growing a successful venture. Register today at leadershipcentersw.org.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts and discover how our daily choices affect our well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for healthier living. Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on YourView and YourView.com. Only at Stanton Optical can you get same-day eye exams that test your vision and eye health for under $50. Stop by or call us at 1-800-STANTON. Eye exams are provided by independent eye care doctors.
Adios, love handles.
Adios, couch.
Adios, Quarantine 15.
Say adios to the quarantine bod with Pollo Fit Bowls, made with fire-grilled chicken and organic super greens from El Pollo Loco.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight presents Sports in a Minute.
It's time for Sports in a Minute, taking a look at some high school soccer and basketball today. Capistrano Valley upset San Clemente in boys soccer for the first time since the 2017-18 season on Wednesday. The Cougars handed the Tritons their first loss of the year. Capistrano Valley is ranked number 7 in Division I of the Southern Section, while San Clemente is ranked at number 5. The Cougars and the Tritons will match up again in 2 weeks on May 5th. In girls basketball, earlier this week, top-ranked Mater Dei beat Cathedral Catholic. Mater Dei senior and Stanford commit Brooke Dimitri scored a career-high 31 points in the win and helped the Monarchs edge past the Dons 67-64. Dimitri made 4 of 6 attempts from beyond the arc, 11 of 19 shots from the floor. The Monarchs are ranked number 3 of the state by Max Preps. The Dons are ranked at number 6. I'm Haley Stasiak. That's your Sports in a Minute. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew Tonight.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on YourView or stream it online at YourView.com. Doing More is brought to you in part by the San Diego Food Bank.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
All right, great friends. It is a Thursday afternoon here on Kaplan and Crew. It's Thursday afternoon if you're listening on radio, if you're watching on YouTube, but if you're catching us tonight on Channel 4 San Diego or Channel 4 Santa Barbara, Channel 118 Orange County and Palos Verdes, if you're catching us on television tonight on Your View, then it's not afternoon. It's actually evening. And if you're flipping back and forth because the Lakers are playing and the Padres and Dodgers are playing and you're jumping over here, this is a great time for us, Grande Alejandro and Big Brown. This is a great time for a little, you ready for this? Counter programming.
Wow.
Fancy TV word.
Mm-hmm.
Not cancel culture. Right?
No, not cancel culture. Counter programming. Counter programming. In other words, somebody's watching a Laker game. Somebody's watching the Padres-Dodger game, and when they come to us, if we're talking about those two things, why am I sitting here watching you two guys talk about it when it's happening right now? So we'll counter-program at this moment from the 7 Mile Casino studios here of Kaplan and Crew, and let's talk about something else other than those two big stories. What do you think about that?
Let's see. Let's see what we got.
All right.
Depends. It depends what you want to talk about.
Right. All right, here's what I'd like to talk about. So when big UFC fights happen, I must admit that generally I kind of just get caught up in the hype and I'm like, I may not know who everybody is per se, and I may not know everybody's backstory because I'm not like hardcore UFC. I'm just sort of into the event. And I find myself buying these UFC pay-per-views at the last minute all the time. However, this Saturday night, there's a UFC pay-per-view where I know the two fighters. And I don't mean know them personally. I mean, we've met them, we've interviewed them, but I know the two names. And so for me, that becomes more than just, this is something I'm going to buy on pay-per-view and watch on a Saturday night. This becomes, I got to see this because I got an interest in this. I know these guys. I know the backstory here. This is a fight I want to see. So the only issue I have, and I'll throw it to you guys for some real guy advice here. Saturday night, I got a dinner with my girlfriend at her crib with her parents that were invited over. So this is like going to be like an in-house kind of nice little family sort of deal, you know? And she hates all this fighting, man. She doesn't like watching it. She hates the violence. Yeah.
But what about the parents?
Right.
Yeah, they'll hate it too.
The both parent, father and mother?
Father's going to have no interest at all. Mother will be completely disgusted by the whole thing.
Okay.
Sounds like you're not watching.
What time is this dinner?
How old are they? Because old people eat like at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Another great question.
That is a good question.
What time are they going to bed?
They're both younger and spry.
Okay.
And they can party and hang out and, they're not going anywhere,
That sounds like you're not watching it then.
Dude, they live way south, man. They live way south in Chula Vista. I'm talking like the last exit before the border. I think it's Palm,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they live all the way
The
down
outlets.
there. Yeah. So they're in no rush. They're going to have a good time,
Oh, man. It sounds like you're going to miss this fight, bro. We'll text you some updates.
No, man. I got to see this fight.
Not according to your dinner plans. You need to stop making dinner plans.
Yeah.
You're specifically talking about the main event, right? So you only need to put away at the most 40 minutes. You just like that's assuming that it goes 5 rounds. You may only need 10 minutes.
Yeah. And maybe the smarter thing to do is not to buy the fight and just see the highlights on Twitter and be like, I just saved myself $80 and I just saw the knockout right there on Twitter.
If you delete Twitter, you can't do that though.
That's true.
Right. Also, what you could do, but I know you won't, is you buy the fight, just forget about it, do the dinner, and then when everybody's done and tuckered out, pop that bad boy on.
Nah, come on, man. You know who we talking to?
No.
We ain't doing
I
that.
know who we're talking to, but I'm
I'm not
saying,
doing that.
Mister, I'm quitting Twitter. I mean, that's an option. I've done that before. It's unfortunate. It's very difficult to stay away from your phone and text messages and such, but I've done
I'm
it.
not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. All right, let me say this. I want to talk about this big UFC fight and the main event coming up this weekend because I'm going to go deep into the annals here, everybody. For those of you that are longtime listeners and longtime YouTube viewers, you may remember this. For those of you that are catching us for the first time on TV and you're like, who are these characters? What the heck are they talking about? I'm going to tell you in 1 second. We've gone deep, deep, deep into the Kaplan and Crew annals. We've gone into the safe, man, and we have found like old audio and video of stuff we have shot with these two fighters that are part of the main event. So stay tuned for that. It's coming in 1 second. Before we get there, I want to say this. For all the guys out there watching, listening, wherever you are, listen to me. If these symptoms sound like you, I'm tired all the time. I'm complaining that I'm the old guy now, that oh, I'm too old for this, you know. If you are not performing in the bedroom like you used to, if you are feeling just weak and sluggish and you got no motivation, it is conceivable that as you've gotten older, because this is what happens, your testosterone has gotten lower. You've heard me talk about this a million times. And when your testosterone levels are evened out, man, your body's strong. It's fighting off infection. You're way more interested in the bedroom, I can tell you that. And just life is better because you're living a much healthier, stronger life. Total T Clinic, totaltclinic.com. They can help you. Okay. 15 minutes, you're in and out. Blood test, no pain, no problem. And if your testosterone levels are low, we get you on a treatment. They get right. And dude, you'll run head first right into this brick wall and knock it down. I'm telling you. Yeah. Total T Clinic.
A brick wall.
Total T Clinic. That's right. That's a brick wall is what that is behind me. That's right.
Listen, you might be able to run headfirst into that with the other one and knock it down. I mean, if that's real, you know.
Yeah, it's a possibility. That's all I'm saying.
Shout out.
Shout out to the Total T Clinic, totaltclinic.com. Okay, Alex, do us the favor then now. Set up, I was just getting into this UFC fight. Set up the story for us so that we can go back, like I said, into the time capsules and find the old footage of stuff that we've shot with these fighters.
All right, this weekend is UFC 261 from Jacksonville Arena. First UFC fight with people in attendance in the United States for a very long time, over a year, I think it is. It is Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal. It is for the welterweight championship. Now, these two guys fought before, and they fought in July in the heart of COVID. And if you remember this, Scott, Masvidal took this fight on 1 week's notice.
Mm-hmm.
He even had a picture of him eating pizza in a Gucci robe on his way to Abu Dhabi, where UFC was hosting most of their fights in the middle of COVID. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. What was the reason why, though? Like Masvidal was willing to take the fight anywhere, anytime, but there was a reason. The opponent of Usman
got COVID.
Got COVID.
The opponent of Usman was Gilbert Burns. He got COVID 1 week out. Instead of scrapping or waiting for Usman, they just decided we need to fill this fight. And there was so much trash talking, which we'll get to here, between the two, that they're like, this is great. If George can do it, we'll do it. And he said, I could do it.
Yeah. So Masvidal showed up, not like in real shape.
Terrible shape.
And goofing around the whole time, you know, being the character that he is, and wound up losing the fight.
Right. He did end up going 5 rounds. I think honestly, though, trying to remember that fight, I do think Usman just didn't want to take any chances because Masvidal's got some crazy power. He will knock you out. And Usman just didn't want to take any chances. Masvidal was out of breath, out of shape by the second round. It was not a competitive fight whatsoever.
Yeah. So here we go now. Now we get round 2 of this fight. And Browner, I don't know how you feel about it, but Saturday night, man, this is something I want to see because we've been there and done this dance with these two guys before.
I've been toe to toe with both of them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Literally.
No fear.
No fear whatsoever. So here's what we've done. We've gone way back, man. And I say way back, I mean, not that long ago, but it's
February 2020, man.
But it's pre-COVID. It is pre-COVID. Right.
Pre-COVID.
Right.
This is where I got COVID.
PC. Yeah, that's where you got your first case.
Yeah.
Miami.
This is Miami, Florida. This is Super Bowl Radio Row week. We called it Podcast Row.
54.
And what did you say?
Super Bowl 54.
Oh, right. It was Super Bowl 54, as a matter of fact. So we go down to Miami, right? We have no idea what we're doing. I mean, we barely know what we're doing today. We had no idea what we were doing back then.
The internet wasn't working.
Right. We had no internet. I think we had like a couple of iPads with us.
No, so the internet didn't work. We did not get permission from the convention center to use any type of wireless communication. We got cut off multiple times. We had to get the head person running the entire thing to give us internet and our own specific password. It was just a
we had to
show.
go to Best Buy in South Beach and buy our
router?
own network router.
Yeah. And I remember when we were leaving Miami, when I was driving you guys to the airport, we drove to that same Best Buy and returned the router.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was what they call guerrilla tactics.
Dude, that was low budget is what that was.
Wow. Yeah, when you see it right now, you'll see how low budget it looks.
Right. So here goes. So Alex, what are we going to see first here?
Right. So, first of all, we also passed ourselves as an NBC Sports radio show, which is the only reason why we got both these guys on, because the UFC's like, "Are you guys local? Are you guys local?" And we're like, "No, we're NBC Sports Radio." Because if you remember, Scott, your friend Howard Deneroff, who works for Westwood One, got us credentials to even be there in the first place.
True.
And we, for whatever reason, he said we were NBC Sports Network.
Well, because Westwood One, it was legit. I mean, I work for Westwood One. They have a relationship with NBC Sports Radio. They had a booth that they weren't using, and Howard was able to help us with his relationships, which we appreciated very, very much. So here's what happens. So now Masvidal, who I thought was great, I was like such a big fan of his before we had a chance to meet him. He sat with us for 20 minutes before we ever went on. I don't even know what we were doing,
Yeah, and at the time, though, what I was getting to was that these two were not scheduled to fight. They were just there promoting nothing. Neither of them were promoting a fight. They were just there. And there was talk of Masvidal fighting Conor McGregor.
Yeah,
but then we asked him, Usman's here. I asked him, Jorge Masvidal, I asked him, like, Usman's here. What about him? He's the welterweight champion. And then that's where we got into this.
All right, so let's go back into the Kaplan and Crew YouTube annals, and let's find out what happened. This is February.
Masvidal,
Miami.
Masvidal looked at us and said, because it's not part of the clip, "I got a message for Usman. Which one of you wants to deliver it for me?"
All right, here, let's.
And this is already the banter. This is what happened.
Eyeballs and tell him, this is what Masvidal told me, don't kill the messenger, my brother. Masvidal told me like this, and to imitate him as much as possible. He wanted me to tell you, he's going to embarrass you. And tell him just like that. Look him right in the soul and tell him he's going to embarrass you. And he just wanted me to tell you that. Because I'm not a guy that if I make a pool shot and I didn't call it, I don't keep playing. I call every pool shot of mine. Just like I've called the whole 2019. If I get in the cage with that individual, I'm going to show the skill disparity. I'm gonna put the 50 points on his face. I'm going to put 8 touchdowns in his face, and he's not going to score nothing. And I say this with a lot of conviction because it's going to happen, my brother. And his face is going to be my canvas.
Okay. All right. His face is going to be my canvas. And every time Masvidal said my brother, I felt like he and I were growing closer and closer as friends.
He was looking at Browner when he said it, though.
Oh.
So what are you talking about?
Because we agreed that, at the time, your name is on the show. It's still your name is on the show, so we can't have you get hurt. And then I'm the one pushing the button, so we can't have me get hurt. So we sacrificed Browner as the messenger.
This was a real conversation.
It happened. That happened. So now Masvidal leaves us after literally spending like an hour with us. Okay. Masvidal leaves us.
He was just hanging out.
Right.
Yeah, we took a bunch of pictures. We were chilling.
Yeah, we were hanging out. Yeah. We were just chilling like boys. And so Masvidal leaves. And then before you know it, something happens in the convention center in Miami Beach. Alex, can you show everybody some video of what took place thereafter?
Do something. I'm standing right here. Do something. Do something. What is that? You make your hands.
Nah, I'm gonna kill you. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Do something. Talking.
Oh, no.
So I hear you talking.
I can't hit you now. You gotta catch something. You gotta catch
Do
something. I ain't gonna take advantage of you like that.
Do something. You come up talking. Do something. Do something. That's what I thought. See?
Right,
talking tough.
You're the one walking away.
What's up?
You walked away a little. He pushed you back.
All right. So these two guys get into it because we're fighters. It's not like you can walk up to them and be like the NFL football players that see each other, that play against each other all year on radio, they're like, yo, my brother, what's up? Good to see you, dog. These two guys they're pro fighters. They got to start a fight.
Not even scheduled to fight each other, just genuine animosity.
Yeah.
Fighters doing fight stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So now here's what happens next. And this is important because this is now where we're going to get a little bit more extended coverage here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, remember, Masvidal told Browner to deliver the message to Usman that I'm going to embarrass you. You look him right in the eyes and you tell him, I'm going to embarrass you. Right? Now,
Your face is my canvas.
Now, Usman, after getting fired up in the clip you just saw,
Scott, literally 5 minutes later, we're the first interview after this interaction.
Right, right. Usman comes and sits down, and here's what happens.
Now, we had him here early on an interview, and he told me to deliver a message to you.
Okay.
He also said, "Don't kill the messenger."
He said
Please
he did
don't
say
kill the messenger.
That's why we had John here do the message, not me.
They gave it to me because I told
Okay.
him, listen, we need him because his face is crossed, his legs are crossed on this thing, so we need him
Okay.
around. He got to press the key.
I gotta press the button.
So I got to be the one
He's
to
our
pick the button.
sacrificial
All
lamb.
right.
Okay, so here we go. We're supposed to lock eyes.
Okay.
Get in that microphone.
I'm going to dominate you.
Okay.
That was it.
No.
I guess I got it wrong.
He said,
Embarrass.
I'm going to embarrass you.
Embarrass you.
It's gonna embarrass me.
I'm going to embarrass you.
Really?
Not him.
time.
Not this.
him.
Not
Really?
this
Not
tall.
him.
I am him. I'm
skinny.
taking
Yeah.
this place
And you
for
just
now.
had that
I'm taking this
exchange.
place
All right.
for now. I'm taking this place for now.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm going to dominate you. I've been in
Okay.
this business for a long time.
It's a lot of longs.
A lot of longs.
Okay.
Long time.
All right.
I'm going to dominate you whenever the date is.
Okay. You sure about that?
I'm positive, actually. You know
Okay.
why?
Why?
I've been doing this for a long There we go. There we go.
You know, you've been doing it for such a long time. How come you haven't got to the king of the mountain? How come you haven't been the king of the mountain?
You know, sometimes
Yeah.
it take you a long time to get on that bus.
Oh, it does, huh?
Yeah, so I'm waiting. I've been
Okay.
at the bus stop for a long time.
Okay.
And you about to pull up.
Okay.
And so when you pull up, I'm going to have my fare.
Well, in this case, you're the one pulling up because I'm the king of the mountain.
Oh,
You're
is that
coming.
right?
You're coming up.
So you want this?
Yeah, you
No, wait a
come.
second.
Oh, no,
The
no,
whole
you
thing
coming
is
up.
don't care. Yeah,
You
stop
coming
it.
up.
You go.
Stop. No,
No,
let him go.
what
No,
we doing.
this is what he wants to
we
do.
doing.
Let's do it. Let's
Okay,
do it.
okay.
Let's do it.
This is role playing.
Okay.
I just want to find out
My big-
what's
in.
really in his mind.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, what's
He told
in
me
your
to take his
mind?
place.
You know, like you think you want this, huh?
Listen, you the
You
meal
know,
ticket, okay?
you
I've been
ta-
waiting a long time for this.
Okay,
Okay, I
you
whooped
know,
Connor's
how long?
ass. Now I'm looking for you. Long time.
That's a lot of longs.
8 2 times.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
16 of them things, okay?
Okay.
And now I got you.
All right.
Got you in that octagon.
Okay.
I'm going to lay you down.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to spread you out.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to take that belt off your shoulder.
Oh, you sure?
That's right, because I know
Okay.
you like to wrestle. I know
No.
you like to wrestle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to beat you at your own game.
Oh, really?
I'm going to wrestle you.
Wow.
This guy should be a manager.
Wow, you talking crazy
Arms
now.
and legs. Arms
Wow,
and
you
legs.
talking
Okay, 'cause
crazy
you
now.
expect that from me,
You're not
okay?
going to get
You don't
tired?
expect- Tired?
Yeah.
Air is oxygen, man. We all breathing.
You sure?
I'm sleeping in a hyperbaric chamber.
Hyperbaric chamber. I'm
Oh,
sleeping in a
word?
machine. Okay, I'm sleeping in a machine.
Wow.
All right. So now, for those of
I'm
you that are
surprised.
just
I'm surprised you're still alive, dude.
right. For those that are just getting here, whether you're joining us on radio, you're joining us on TV or YouTube, and you just jumped in, you go, "What is that?" We went back to February of 2020 when we had Usman and Masvidal on the show from Radio Row in Miami, and Masvidal told Browner, "You deliver the message. I'm gonna embarrass you." Masvidal and Usman get into a scrap on Radio Row, and 5 minutes after the fact, Usman is sitting down with us, and Browner is delivering the message. That's old school right there. By the way, I mean, you talk about a mess. The video, we got angles of iPads shooting video. The mix of our microphones is a disaster. You know, Usman's all up in it. Browner can barely be heard. I mean, that was what was going on pre-COVID a year ago, on the first time we ever decided to try and take the show on the road to Radio Row in Miami. Oy. Pretty funny though. So what happens?
great.
What happens now, dude? So Usman
Well, the difference
beat-
is now. The difference is, yeah. So in July, like we said, Masvidal had 6 days notice, 7 days notice, and now he has a full fight camp. And I think we're gonna actually see what we were supposed to see the first time. So I'm really not taking anything away from the first fight because I don't. You give someone 6 days notice who's been eating pizza on his way to Rome, it's not going to be a real fight. And I think that we're going to see the real. I consider this the first real fight on Saturday.
I think the
Usman's
outcome's
a-
going to be the same, though.
Usman's a freaking beast, though, man. Usman is a beast.
Well, Usman is a trained collegiate wrestler, right? Like a real grappler, someone who knows how to use the ground and to his advantage.
Leverage.
Right. And Masvidal, as I recall, he's a backyard street fighter.
Yeah, the world of Kimbo Slice.
Right. I mean, he was a Miami kid who they would bring into the backyard, and these videos are available on YouTube. They're actually fascinating. And Masvidal shows up as like a young kid, just looking to scrap, just looking to have backyard like cockfighting. You know what I mean? Dog fighting. Seriously, that's what it is. It's human dog fighting. You know?
Usman is 18-1, has not lost since his second professional fight in 2013. Undefeated in the UFC, obviously, and this is his fourth title defense.
Wow.
Of the welterweight championship.
Alex, can you do me one quick favor before we stop this conversation, before we halt? Just go to kaplanandcrew.com. Go to our website and check this out, everybody, because this is what I would say. We have not done a very good job of promoting our own website. And I was on the phone with cousin Nancy the other day, who deals with our website, and she said, start sending people to the website. Let's see some statistics go up. So this is where you get all of our YouTube and all of our Facebook and all of our Instagram. But look at this. I actually did this. I embedded this on here. Debate of the day. Alex, give us a vote. Who are you going to take?
Usman.
Okay.
62%.
Usman. And then if you click on the text up top, you can get right there into the conversation on the side panel. So listen,
Man,
this
you know
is
what
really
we need
cool.
to put? Oh, we out of time. Well, I'll talk about when I come back.
All right. Hold on, everybody. Hold that thought. Stick around.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
Hey, Dave Smith here. Make sure you listen to my show on the Mightier 1090, 6 to 10 p.m. Saturday and Sunday night. The only local sports talk in all of Southern California on the weekends, right here on the Mightier 1090.
The all-new and mightier 1090. Hit it out of the park all month long at BMW San Diego. A new 2021 BMW 430 iQOO waiting for you today when you lease for only $479 per month plus tax. BMW San Diego, Kearny Mesa Road in the 163 and BMWSanDiego.com.
The Olympic Games, where the eyes of the world will turn to Tokyo for the greatest show on earth. Catch all the action leading up to the Olympic Games on Countdown to Tokyo every Tuesday on Your View. You'll get the latest news on preparations for the games, details about the sports involved, and in-depth insights into teams, athletes, and the host city. Don't miss Countdown to Tokyo, Tuesdays on Your View.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts and discover how her daily choices affect her well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for healthier living. Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on YourView and YourView.com. Only at Stanton Optical can you get same-day eye exams that test your vision and eye health for under $50. Stop by or call us at 1-800-STANTON. Eye exams are provided by independent eye care doctors.
Hit it out of the park all month long at BMW San Diego. A new 2021 BMW 430 iQOO waiting for you today when you lease for only $479 per month plus tax. BMW San Diego, Kearny Mesa Road in the 163 and BMWSanDiego.com.
Here's Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
It's time for a quick 60-second timeout. UC Irvine women's golf sophomore Megan Yang finished in second place at the Big West Championships this week. Yang tied for second with a 54-hole score of 215. The finish was a career best for the sophomore. For the whole tourney at Yorba Linda Country Club, Yang led the field in par 3 scoring and was second in birdies with 13. As a team, the Anteaters ended in 4th place with a season's best 3-day score of 875. San Diego State women's water polo got a big win earlier this week on Senior Day against California Baptist, claiming a share of the Golden Coast Conference regular season title. The title is their 5th GCC regular season title in program history. The Aztecs will be the number 2 seed in the GCC Championships this weekend in Stockton. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew Tonight.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by Your View.
And
it's Pharrell here, inviting you to catch my shows on the Mightier 1090. We're on twice every Monday through Friday, 1 to 3 p.m. and 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific. Trust me, all the other sports stations are sleeping with your wife.
The all-new and Mightier 1090.
The Olympic Games, where the world's best athletes will compete on the most prestigious stage. Catch all the action leading up to the Olympic Games on Guide to the Games every Tuesday on Your View. The series examines the qualification process, the history of the Games, and the teams and athletes that are expected to shine, plus information about the rules, events, and competitors. Don't miss Guide to the Games, Tuesdays on Your View.
Are you living in an underserved community and facing adversity? Do you have a desire to start or grow your own business? San Diego State University's Lavin Entrepreneurship Center, the Center for Leadership and Entrepreneurial Studies, and community partners invite you to participate in our community bootcamp. The bootcamp provides intense, hands-on exposure to the fundamentals of launching and growing a successful venture. Register today at leadershipcentersw.org.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on YourView or stream it online at yourview.com. Sponsored by The Burns Firm, partnering with Shelter to Soldier and saving lives 2 at a time. Visit theburnsfirm.com/shelter to soldier and help save more lives. City in Motion is brought to you by McDonald's. Stop by your local participating McDonald's now through April 25th and make a donation or visit walkforkids.org to support.
Hi, I'm Vince Bryson, CEO of Ronald McDonald House Charities of Southern California. Welcome to the 2020 Virtual Walk for Kids.
The little coronavirus pandemic will not stop our show because we are still going to walk for these kids.
You guys want to do the Walk for Kids virtually this year?
Today is Walk for Kids, you guys, virtually. So we love it, love it, love it.
Let's get this walk started.
We are going to start. So I'm going to be walking around my backyard.
Doing the 5K walk. We're here in front of the beautiful Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum.
So we are getting ready to do lap 3.
We're here to send our support.
I love the excitement. I love the energy. Let's keep it going.
If you want to know the reason why I'm walking, it's because I care about the kids and the families that stay at our house.
I walk for the Los Angeles Ronald McDonald House for kids like me, so they can have a place to call their home away from home.
To me, the Ronald McDonald House means love, care, hope, and support.
The families and children of RMHC need our help and support now more than ever. So thank you for joining our virtual walk and continuing to support our Ronald McDonald House even during these difficult times.
Thank you so much for coming together, for showing that we can unite and be together even though we're not at our respective locations.
Thank you for participating in this virtual walk.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks for all your help and support, and stay well.
Ronald McDonald House Charities of SoCal gives families with sick kids the best medicine, each other. Stop by your local McDonald's today and make a donation or visit walkforkids.org to support. City in Motion, highlighting great things in our community like Ronald McDonald House Charities. Give families with sick kids the best medicine, each other. Kaplan and Crew Tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
I've been a part of this community for a long time, and giving back is what we do. That's why I'm so excited to tell you about the San Diego Giving Back Raffle, a benefit for Ronald McDonald House Charities of San Diego. Grand prize is this $4 million luxury home, or you could win a car, vacation, or cash. Everyone is guaranteed to win a prize. And you'll feel good knowing your raffle purchase goes to help families like the Lechugas. Get your tickets now for the San Diego Giving Back Raffle.
Don't worry, Gracie. The curtain only goes up when everyone has a part to play. Whoa, okay, I gotcha. Uh-oh, whoa, watch out for those audio cables. I'm gonna be sick.
To the left!
I'm not going out there without Gracie.
Neither am I.
A little help? No pressure.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott